Hell yeah, and welcome to the WayneTrain. It's a long time ago, and I know I tell you this too often, but yeah, last time I was hacked for everybody that don't know it, and I lost about 1000 exalted. I was really broke at the moment. I get my account back at least, but yeah, I started warbands with a new account, and the question was, how do I get overpowered with like no currency? And yeah, I found a way, and I think it's the best budget build in whole Path of Exile. I explain you the details later. I spent about 3x for this build. There's no item skills. I think experienced players check instantly what I'm using. And okay, let's check this build. We do a 73 map. I just started yesterday to make this build, so it's still in the experimental phase. It's not final yet. It has a lot of lags and a lot of problems, but it's already much too overpowered. This build is broken, bros. Like said, I will show you what this build does or what the fuck. And after this I will show you my gear. And by the way, I was about 19k Cyclone unbuffed, but I played a lot more defense, and I used the Resist Defiance. This is the Volts protector for my build I'm using right now, and yeah, it's pretty nice. But yeah, it's a 5 link, so we lose a lot of DPS. But yeah, enough talk, let's check what this build does. You see, it feels like like a custom crit Discharger with a 700x gear. And you guys think, what the fuck, why Wayne does this shit with 3x gear? And I explain you it after this video. It has one big misadvantage, and this is bosses. You're not pretty good against bosses, but they are only just a little time of the whole map, so to get in currency, this is the most effective build that exists in Path of Exile. Pretty sure about this. And it's not final yet. Always remember this. This is not final yet. And yeah, I'm pretty sure if this is final, we will we're playing one of the most effective builds in this game. It's insane. I mean, it's theoretically pretty old school. It's not an unknown build. It's just cast on kill. Cast on melee kill, to be precisely. But you see, the clearing speed is insane, especially with the wrestles. And yeah, here's the boss. I think here's the boss. Oh, here's the boss, yeah. Not so fast. Oh, this crap. Okay, now you guys want to know why the fuck is so insane. Okay, let me tell you why. First, we use Auro Sacrifice. This is a very nice flat elemental damage, exactable attacks per second. We get Culling Strike against burning enemies, and we gain a Frenzy Charge for burning enemies. Okay, let's combine this with a Crown of Ice. Increased and reductions to spell damage also applies to attacks. Pretty nice. We use in our skill tree Resolute Technique. Hits can't be evaded, never deal critical strikes. Perfect for this. Ramirez Banquet. So the next thing, we use the Resist Defiance. You gain an endurance charge on kill, and you lose all endurance charge when hit, but you get onslaught for 1 second per endurance charge when hit. So if you get hit, you have something like cast on damage taken and immortal call, but for damage, what's pretty nice. And if you don't get hit, you have a lot of endurance charge you can use on your discharge. And this is the next point. We're playing, where is Cyclone, with cast on melee kill, discharge, weapon elemental damage, and increased area of effect. If we have the 6 link, we use increased attack speed. It gives us a huge damage boost and enough damage for 80 maps, 82 maps. But like I said, the biggest problem is the damage against bosses, the single target damage. For the most bosses we do enough, but this is not the build for every situation. The primary intention for this build was to get a pretty insane farming build for a lot, for very less and low currency amounts. And yeah, we spent about 3x for everything here. We got gloves with 2 res, life armor, the belts, the same story, 2 res, life armor, and boots, 2 life, 2 res, life and armor, everything pretty the same. We tried to get on the amulet some damage for Cyclone and some res armor, and yeah, perfect would be life. We use 1 ring for a lot of res and life. Yeah, and the rest you see in the items. It's a pretty solid build, I think. It's pretty cheap, pretty insane, pretty effective, and it makes a lot of fun to play. It feels like a max geared cast and crit Cyclone. Not in the situations where you fight bosses, but in the most situations you have a pretty nice game feeling. It's insane. This build is pretty insane, and there are no words to add. You can play it with a lot of variations. I mean, you can play a tabula rasa to do more DPS, but only with other skills, not at discharge. You do more damage with discharge at this chest. But yeah, you can play it with Firestorm as well. This is not my build, I don't invented it. I saw it on YouTube and I thought myself, why the fuck the players don't play it with discharge? I mean, cause you get frenzy charges from Oral Sacrifice and from Blood Rage. You get not endurance charges. You get frenzy charges from Oral Sacrifice and Blood Rage. You get endurance charges from Dressos. You even could use endurance charge on stun. That would give you more endurance charges, but I think we have enough already. You can use this, and you get power charges from Romeo's Maquette. So we have acceptable attack speed. We'll get more with Blood Rage and frenzy charges. And yeah, so the attack speed is pretty acceptable. You do a good damage against normal enemies. The whites and the blues are insta death if you hit them, and you proc. Another advantage is cast on melee kill don't have any cooldown time, so you can even play with twice discharge, and both discharges get the same charges. So I prefer to play with increased area of effect because you have enough damage, but you get more damage if you play with 2 discharges, and this is just insane. You know what I mean? This build has so much potential, and it's just in the testing stage. This is not final yet. Please remember this. I will continue this build. Another story is I will pay back every supporter of the community crafting project 1.5 twice the amount they spend on the project when I get back the currency. I'm working on it. And yeah, there's a guy, Miss Moon, CoC. Sorry bro, you get your head on the back as fast as I can farm this together, but sorry for this. I was hacked and I just lost everything I farmed for, and it's pretty depressing. But yeah, anyway bros, make the best of this fucking situation. I won't quit this game. I love you all. I wish you have a good loot, and hell yeah, welcome to the WayneTrain.